Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome to another one of my Clean With Me episodes where you get to see everything from my perspective. Now, today's video is going to take you back to the disaster farm truck from a little over a month ago, so let's have a look around the vehicle. Alright, well, it's not hard to imagine why this truck is so dirty on the outside, as it definitely sees a lot of gravel roads and highway driving, so the front end is completely caked with bug guts, the wheels and tires are covered in dirt, and with some sort of chemical spill on the tailgate, this exterior is pretty filthy and needs a ton of work. But moving inside now, and I'm not at all surprised to see that it's in even worse shape, as there's an absolute pile of dirt and other debris like straw and durum wheat on the carpets. There's some really nasty goop in a few of the cup holders and really caked on dirt in just about every crevice in here. But just before we dive into the detail, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and that you've got the bell on so you never miss out on a future video. Alright guys, well, I am definitely looking forward to getting this truck completely transformed and looking sweet again, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alright, starting on the pre-wash rinse, and to give you some background on the truck, it's got over 220,000 kilometers on it, or about 137,000 miles, and unusually, the customer isn't actually the owner of the truck, as like I mentioned in the main channel video, the detail was a Father's Day gift for his dad, so that's definitely not something I usually see, but it was definitely nice to be involved in something special like that. Now on the wheel wells here, I always make sure to not only spray the inner lip out really well, but to spray anywhere that I can reach inside the wheel well, really being careful to make sure that I don't miss any spots. Working on the back here, and you'll get a nice shot of my truck in the background. But if any of you are wondering why I'm not spraying out the box of the truck, it's because the owner actually requested that I didn't, since it was full of tools and other personal items. So even though I would have liked to get it clean, I'll certainly respect his wishes and leave it. Now, like you've heard me say before, spraying out the door jambs with the pressure washer is really the easiest way to get them clean, and it's entirely possible to do this without soaking the interior, as you just need to get in close and spray at a high angle. Now, as I get my wash and rinse buckets prepped, I figured I'd mention that I always use the 2-bucket method, and what that means is having 1 bucket with soapy water and 1 bucket for rinsing your wash mitt, and you should also have grit guards in the bottom of each bucket. Now, if you aren't sure what those are, I've got links to them in the description for you, but basically you'll want to use a nice soft microfiber chenille wash mitt and go panel by panel rinsing your wash mitt after each one. Now, of course, washing the vehicle top down. If you follow those steps, you will greatly reduce the chance of instilling any swirl marks in the paint. And you'll also notice I always give the vehicle a foam bath, and that's simply to help lift any trapped dirt from the crevices. And it also gives me the opportunity to go around with a detail brush and get into all the tighter areas that the wash mitt will miss. And if you're wondering why I don't put my hand inside the wash mitt, it's simply because I rinse the mitt so frequently that taking it off to rinse it and having to put it back on again would just waste quite a bit of time, so opting for efficiency, I keep my hand out. Now with the truck washed and dried, I'll turn my attention to the interior and grab the floor mats. And with just rubber ones in here, the process is a little quicker than with carpet, as I'm just simply spraying the loose dirt off, then using some 4-to-1 APC and hitting it with the drill brush before blasting them clean. Alright, with the truck dry now, I'll work on getting the seats out after disconnecting the battery, and then with them out, I can get started on vacuuming up the massive amount of debris on the carpets. And for any of you who might wonder why I almost always use the small crevice attachment, it's simply because I feel it's the most efficient way to get the job done. If I was using a bigger one, I would constantly have to switch over to the crevice one to get into the tighter spaces, and knowing myself, I would more than likely always be leaving it just out of reach. Plus, I also get increased suction with the smaller one, so overall, I feel like it's the better choice. All right, with the vacuuming done, I'll prep my carpet solution, and as you may already know, I use a pump sprayer for it and simply fill it with hot water and then add the appropriate amount of chemical guys lightning fast, mixing it to roughly a 20-to-1 dilution ratio. Now, if any of you out there enjoy detailing your own vehicle and maybe have some dirty carpets or seats you can't quite get clean, I would highly recommend picking up a Bissell Spot Clean Professional, as if you've watched any of my videos, you would know it does an incredible job at pulling all kinds of dirt out of carpets and seats and can make them look brand new again. So if you're interested, the link to it along with the carpet solution I use and the drill brush is down in the description for you. Here's all the dirty water pulled from this F-150. Gross. Now with the cleaner areas wiped down with a 10-to-1 APC solution, I'll bust out the steamer for all the stuck on grime, up the strength of the APC to 4-to-1, and basically just blast it all off with high velocity steam, although sometimes I do need to agitate with a detail brush, and then I'll simply just wipe things clean with a microfiber towel. Now something you don't see very often is how I clean seat rails, and it's always with the steamer since there's usually a ton of crud on them. So the steamer can make super quick work of it, and if you haven't picked up one of these McCulloch MC1375 units yet, I highly recommend that you do, as they are a ton of fun to use and they make cleaning anything gross super easy. So if you're interested, the link is in the description for you. Now with the whole interior dressed and UV protected with 303's aerospace protectant, I'll turn my attention to the paint, and to boost the depth and gloss of this beautiful red paint, I'm using some Meguiar's synthetic sealant, and with a black finishing pad on my polisher, I'll apply a nice even layer to the entire truck, wait about 10 to 15 minutes, and then gently buff it off with a 420 GSM microfiber towel. Now the last step of the detail is to get some CarPro Pearl applied to the tires, and I usually dilute it between 1:1 and 2:1, which is the nice thing about Pearl is that since it comes in a concentrate, you can dilute it to various strengths for use on rubber, vinyl, plastics, and even leather. All right guys, and 12 hours later, I've got this F-150 looking super pretty again. It's ready to head back out to the farm and get dirty again. Now, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you smash that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Enjoy the guitar outro, and I'll see you guys in the next one.